What's up, guys? Welcome back to Widowmaker Armory. Today we have a pretty cool video. Today we're going to be going over what, in our opinion, the best home defense weapons there are. We're going to go through a plethora of categories today, including pistols, PCCs, ARs, and shotguns. We're going to tell you what we think about all of those and the benefits and the pros and cons. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So my first selection here, it's going to be the Mini Uzi. No, I'm just kidding. This is not a great home defense weapon, even though it is an amazingly cool gun. I mean, look at it. It's literally a Mac 9 Mini Uzi freaking replica. Pretty dang cool. This is by Masterpiece Arms, but unfortunately, we're not going to be talking about this today. So, on a real note, I'm going pistol first. And for me, I got the Glock 45. What you got there?
I have a H&K P30 SK for my personal carry.
Starting off with pistols because it's the most basic out of all of them. Pistol, I think, is a very, very good weapon of choice. It's concealable. It's small. I keep this next to my bed every night just because it's, you know, not a big ass thing sitting in the middle of my room. It's not a big shotgun sitting right in the corner. Right next to my bed. Super easy to hide, just sits there in a holster. I will say pistols are not the easiest in terms of, you know, firing and training and stuff like that. You know, but with all these weapons, I do recommend that you have training with every single category because if you're going to use this to save your life, you should have some training on it. You shouldn't be like in the opportunity, or not the opportunity, but in the moment, and you whip this out and you go, all right, it's my first time shooting it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Hopefully this goes well. No, you need training and lots of it. The only thing I have to say is, you know, it's harder to shoot, like I mentioned. And if you're gonna use a pistol, you have to have attachments, in my opinion. I don't think it's, you know, a good idea to be in that moment and just have iron sights and no light or anything. You know, especially if it's dark, because most of the time when people are breaking in your house or whatever, it's dark in there, lights are turned off or it's nighttime, whatever. And without a flashlight, you might end up shooting GMAW, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what you're shooting at, you probably shouldn't be shooting. So I think, you know, flashlight, laser is very necessary, a red dot sight, whatever. Just be comfortable, and you got to know where you're going with it, right? So.
And that's why, like I said, when I introduced my gun, that's why I said personal carry, because I do not use this as home defense, because as you can see, there are no attachments on it. And I don't have a flashlight, don't have a laser or a sight or anything. So really no point to have this to defend my house when it's going to be dark.
Although I do carry this, I think it's necessary to have this stuff in that situation. Adams is a different, you know, side of things because he uses it to carry, but not home defense.
Yeah.
So
I bought it knowing I was not going to use it as home defense, so that's why I'm not worried about it doesn't have a flashlight or a laser. I use it to carry, so I'm not worried about that.
So moving on from pistols, just a quick review. If you're going to be doing a pistol, one, be comfortable with it. You know, determine your firearm of choice by your comfortability with it. And if you're going to do it, in my opinion and recommendation, get some attachments. You got to have flashlights and stuff. It's just a necessity. And honestly, that's with all of these.
Yeah.
I think that's necessary with all of these. So you got to have,
especially home defense.
Yeah, you got to have a flashlight. Yeah, it looks cool. That's not the point. Knowing who you're shooting is important.
And on to our next category of weapons, we are talking about shotguns.
Hell yeah.
I personally think a shotgun is the best home defense weapon, but there's some other people out there that don't. And this one is our AR-12 by Emperor Arms. It's a semi-automatic AR platform 12 gauge. That is just, that's great in a couple reasons, because one, you have the mag fed, which shotgun's main reason on why they're not good at home defense is because usually they're tube fed and you can only hold 3 or 4 or whatever.
Right.
And it's a way slower reload too when you don't have a magazine.
And the thing that's, you know, a good mention by Adam here is, as you can see here, this is our Emperor Arms MP TAC 12, which is a pump shotgun, right? Adam mentioned that the AR-12 here is semi-automatic. That is a huge deal to me. You know, I don't think shotguns are necessarily the best. I don't think they're necessarily the worst. But something like this is a great gun. It has all the attachments you can see. It's got a flashlight, it's got laser, all that. It's got, you know, a night sight. It's got foregrip. It's got everything, right? It's got everything you think you would need, except for, I think this is the problem. Boom. Why isn't it shooting? Why is it? Oh, because it's a pump. And when you're in the moment, a lot of people forget that. No matter how much trained you are, a lot of people forget that. And I think if you're going to be in this situation, why give yourself more opportunities to mess up? A semi-automatic shotgun eliminates the racking. It eliminates the amount of rounds you have. Like, let's say this is 3+1 or whatever, 4+1. This is 5+1.
Yeah.
So this is gonna hold more rounds. You just gotta pull the trigger. I think that's a good selection.
Definitely.
I think if you're comfortable with the pump, hey, go for it because that's what you're comfortable with. This is an absolutely amazing gun. Like I said, this is the MP TAC-12. I love this shotgun. It's freaking awesome. But would I personally choose it? No.
Especially for if you're not a big gun guy and you just want a gun to protect your house because shit's getting crazy out in the world. I would definitely go with the semi-automatic, just because if you're not going to go out shooting every day, you're not going to be super comfortable with it. It is a lot easier to just have to pull the trigger 6 times instead of having to think mechanically and rack every time.
Right.
So that is another big plus on the semi-automatic spectrum. But
and the only other issue I have with the shotgun is look how dang long this thing is.
yeah,
I don't even think it's all fitting in the screen right now. That's not.
Nope.
And the semi-automatic's a little bit shorter, but this pump shotgun is typical shotgun size, especially for home defense. I mean, you can get a lot longer of these. I mean, it's tough to swing a 30-inch barrel shotgun around this way around a corner of a door jamb, and hit your shots with these. People say, oh, there's bullet spread.
No,
you got it, not as much as you think if you're not big into guns. Like a typical spread on a shotgun can be that big, that big around. So you still got to hit your shot. If you're aiming this way, you're probably barely gonna hit them. You're not gonna hit them at all. I mean, and another thing is you got to have the right type of load in here. If you have a freaking bird shot, like okay, the spread's gonna be wider, but it's gonna do less damage. Like it might hurt the guy, but it ain't gonna stop him from getting to you.
Especially just like you said too, with the spread, a lot of people would think with birdshot, like you said, you can aim here, but there's only going to be a third of the pellets I hit with birdshot.
Right.
They're still going to be coming at you, but with buckshot, if you get hit with 2 balls of buckshot, you're probably going to go down.
Exactly.
But
you got to have the right round.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to have the right spread and all that. I mean, there's just a lot of variables to this gun that I don't personally like, although it can definitely be very, very useful. Now, there is one gun that I think eliminates all the problems that this has. And Adam, why don't you show us that real quick?
It combines these 2 guns.
Yes, it literally combines these 2 together.
Everything we just said bad about these guns, well, this gun here fixed all that. This is a GFY-1 bullpup mag-fed 12 gauge. And just saying that makes it sound awesome, and we didn't even get into it yet. Has flip-up sights.
I mean,
and the best thing is it is just tiny.
There it is.
Still with an 18.5-inch barrel. I think it's 5 round mag.
Yep, 5+1.
5+1.
There's literally pretty much all the issues are negated in this gun because of its design.
Yep.
Bullpups are a very cool design. Like Adam mentioned, this is still an 18-inch barrel. Like the barrel starts all the way back here instead of here.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So what would normally be a mag-fed mid receiver, instead of it being a 8-inch barrel, now it's 18 in a freaking 24-inch size.
Literally.
And I mean, compared to the pump here,
look.
This is not even close.
The same. The grips and triggers are relatively the same.
And the mag's at least 10-inch difference.
You have another 8 to 10 inches on top of that.
Exactly. I mean, this gun, if I had to go with the shotgun, this is a very, very, very good choice. Mag fed, great. Semi-automatic, great. Well built, especially for, I'm just saying, this exact model here.
Yeah.
Well built, very reliable.
Full metal construction.
Full metal construction. Like, I would totally, I love this gun. I love it. 18-inch barrel still. Compact, small, does the job. It's It's such a nice gun. I love
It has
this thing.
rail space on it too.
Yeah, that's actually another thing.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention the pump. Although I love the pump,
Yeah.
it doesn't have as much rail space.
You can see here we had to put a barrel attachment on for the flashlight, which looks pretty badass. But like he said, and a lot of pumps too don't even have this rail space right here. They just have it on top. So that's a huge benefit too.
Well, that's what I'm saying too, because that's one reason I like the Emperor Arms Mac 12, because it is very versatile even for a shotgun. But most shotguns aren't like that.
Yeah, this is a like home defense built shotgun.
Right.
Like we built this shotgun to keep by your bedside.
Right. So unless you're getting something like that, typically it's not going to be able to be decked out like that one. But right here, that was fucking sick. I don't know how I just did that. GFY, G-Force, this thing is amazing. I don't know what else to say about it except for this thing's a freaking beast. It's a freaking beast. So, moving on.
Oh, before we move on,
What you got? Oh, yeah.
this is just a kick-ass version of the AR-12 American flag, as you can see.
See, now, honestly, this right here,
That is what you should have by your bedside
Would be
if you
my
live in America, because freedom.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's how awesome this gun is. Okay, laying in bed, boom, here's someone. Okay, rack it, boom, right? All right, I'm ready. Comes around the corner. If I'm an intruder and I see an American flag gun,
Yep.
I'm probably leaving.
Yeah.
I'm probably like, unless I'm
around.
some foreigner breaking in your house, I'm probably like looking at you going, this is America about to put the light in my eyes. I am out of here. I mean, dude, this is an amazing gun. And once again, you can get all of these guns on our website. I got an email below and a Facebook page below if you guys want to check them out. I really appreciate if you would. We got some cool stuff here, so. It's America right there, Emperor Arms. We actually have those shotguns in black, chrome, and American flag. We have all of them in stock. Every gun here is great so far, but I'm gonna tell you about another category here that I personally love. And we're gonna go with the PCC. This here, and here's the thing, it's not just this one. All PCCs are pretty much great, and here's why. This is the High Point 4095, comes in 40 cal, 9mm, and 45. This is a pretty much middle ground gun in my opinion, okay? It's not too big, not too small. It's got a strong enough load. It's a 40 caliber. That's definitely good enough. That's a big pistol round. It's got all the attachments, semi-automatic, rails on top, rails on the bottom, rails by the barrel. It's got a threaded barrel. Pretty much, it is the most customizable gun so far, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing I love about PCCs is you're not dealing with super big loads that might be too big for your house, because not everybody lives in the country. Not everybody lives where your next house neighbor is 2 miles down the road. Because if you're walking around with a AR-15 in your house, and you shoot someone 5.56, boom, right through him, right through the wall, right through the
7.62
exterior into their house, and then now you got a problem, right?
Exactly.
So,
granted, 40 cal, it'll go through walls, but it's more likely to stop in your house than, like we just said, a rifle round would.
Exactly.
Which is very important.
Exactly. Damage control is important. Yes, this might not have the spread of a shotgun, but like I said, all these guns require training. So if you are trained with this gun and you feel confident with it, then that shouldn't be a problem. Exactly. Because you're going to hit your shot, right? So, small, compact, light. I just love everything about it. I don't know. Do you have any opinions on this thing?
I do like it. I do like it a lot. It is a very fun gun to shoot, very accurate.
Well, that's the one thing too, specifically about the High Point. Mine, as you can see, has all the attachments here, but it actually comes stock like this. This is the stock version. It's got all the iron sights on it, as you can see the comparison here. It's actually a little smaller because this is a 9mm. But this out of the box, one of the most accurate guns I've ever shot, ever.
Yeah.
And everybody I know that has one says the same thing. This is one of the most accurate guns they've ever shot. And if there's actually going to be another video on this, if you guys want to check it out, linked right here, about how good of a gun this is and actually the price point on it, which is insane. So I do recommend this actual model if you're looking to pick up a PCC.
I agree. No, it is a great gun. It's very comfortable too. Like I said, comfortable to shoot. It's not super tall, which we were just discussing is always a problem.
Right.
Easy to get around corners and clear. And
all the rail space in the world.
yeah.
Boom, light laser, sight, grip, aftermarket grip here. It's got all the bells and whistles. And I think it can do the job. You know, this actually comes with several different types of mags. I carry a 15 round mag for this, so that's the most capacity so far out of all the guns. Except for the pistol, 16 rounds, but still 15 round mag. Overall, I think PCCs are just really cool guns and they have their purpose. So that's my opinion on it.
They are nice guns.
Next category on our list is going to be something a little more powerful. We've got AR-15, all right? This here is actually a Diamondback Db15. It's a really, really awesome, affordable AR. This thing is a beast. Shoots 5.56, 223, which is actually a good selling point for why you might want to buy this gun. This is a very, two common ammos that you can get anywhere.
Yeah.
And, if let's say 5.56 is out, okay, I can get 223. Okay, if 223 out, I can get 5.56. You're never pretty much ever going to run out of ammo with this gun. It's not as easy to find, say, as like maybe shotgun shells or 9mm, but still very commonly used around, and you can pretty much find it anywhere. Especially on our website where you can buy like thousands of rounds at a time. So here's why I like and why I don't like the AR-15. It's a great, powerful gun. It's gonna get the job done when you pull the trigger, right? Only issue I have, kind of like mentioned earlier, is damage control. This shoots 5.56, 223. It's gonna go through walls.
Yeah.
If you're living in the country, feel free to freaking take this as your choice because it'll do the job. And if it goes through the exterior of your house, so be it. It's not going to go anywhere because you're next to neighbors, 25 miles down the road. But another, good point about this, 30 round mag. That's the highest out of any gun here. So you're never going to, shouldn't need more than 30 rounds, to get the job done. Lots of rail space too. So very, attachable. It's got M-lock here and it's got Picatinny on top. So you can put scopes, light lasers, foregrips, anything you really want. Super accurate, not too big. It's definitely longer than per se the PCC or even the bullpup, but only by a couple inches. But still a little bit bigger, but nothing like a shotgun, right? I mean, I think it's a good choice, but I don't know if it's my number one. Guess we'll find out at the end of this video. But that's what I got to say about the AR.
Yeah, I mean, this is my AR. I wouldn't personally really use this as a home defense because it is only a 22. But I mean, if it's all you have, and like he was saying with the ammo with that is available, 22 is usually, you'll always see 22 in a store somewhere, and it's cheap, super cheap, which means you can get comfortable with it because you can shoot this gun for very cheap.
That is true.
Which is a big factor. And I mean, yeah, it doesn't have the stopping power as a 5.56, but I mean, I use this for rabbits and squirrels and it stops them no problem.
Right. And then another point is, with the 5.56, obviously, once again, these all deserve training, but how many rounds can you get on target in the least amount of time? With the 22, you might be able to rip out 10, 15, rounds in 20 seconds.
Yeah, because
you hit every shot.
There's no recoil on this gun. It's like shooting an airsoft gun.
Exactly. Now
with a 25 round mag, shit, maybe we should start having this gun like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be my choice just because I think it's a little less powerful. But then that's also why you might want to consider like a 9mm PCC because it's still going to be low kick, but powerful enough to stop someone, right? This has low kick. It definitely could stop someone, but you got to hit a lot of shots.
Yep.
This, which actually brings up another point, 22 to 5.56. When you are shooting these guns, you want to be heard, right?
Yeah.
You want your neighbors to know this is going down because then, boom, let's say I lay off around a 5.56, that's pretty damn loud.
Can't
Okay,
compare it
hey,
to a 22, yeah.
my neighbor's shooting his gun in his house. I think maybe he's getting
Yeah.
robbed. Can you come out and help?
Yeah, something.
You know, if
Yeah.
you're out there shooting 22, no one's gonna hear that. I mean,
That's true.
it's not gonna be that loud. I mean, they may hear it, but it's gonna be very faint. And they're
Yeah.
like, okay, what was that? They dropped the pan. Like,
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
you want to be heard. You don't want to be quiet. All right, so we've gone through every category: shotgun, pistol, PCC, AR. This is pretty much the whole spectrum, right?
Yeah.
These are all the guns you'd ever be able to pick from. We described our pros and cons for every single one. Now it's time to decide which ones are our go-tos. You want to kick it off?
Yeah. So, that would kind of change my mind. 22. But I'm going to go with the old classic 12 gauge pump.
Oh boy.
Favorite gun here? No, I'm just kidding.
So what do you want? Why is this your choice?
It would have to be this pump specifically, not just any pump.
Right.
One, because it has spots for your shells, so you can have 5 shells here. Yeah, your reload's going to be slower, but you can still bring shells with you.
And realistically, if you have that thing fully loaded, that should be enough.
Exactly. This is 4+1, so 5 rounds. That's pretty good. And this, like we said, has the Picatinny rails up front, so you can put attachments, and it has a spot for a flashlight. So really, to me, this is all you would really ever need, and not be going overboard. And with this, I mean, this package, it's still not a lot of money. It's still a cheap package that you can definitely rely on.
That's true. It
and
is
still be
affordable.
comfortable with. So, and to me, that's huge, because a home defense gun you don't want to drop $3,000 on all your attachments. Not even $3,000, like $1,000 on all your attachments and everything, and theoretically never have to shoot it. So,
right, that is true. I agree. The price is definitely a factor, because you can get, usually when you're dropping money on it and you want it to be a reliable, good choice, it's not going to be cheap. That's not always the case. Like right there,
exactly.
that's a very, very, very good gun.
yeah, that's a great
For around
great
$400 price range. So
Yeah.
that's a really good selection. Let me tell you why Adam's wrong. So no, I'm just kidding. Like I said, and throughout this whole video, it's personal choice.
Yep.
It's all about how you feel when you're shooting it. Adam's a pump shotgun family, and he loves pump shotguns, and he shoots them well, and he's gonna pick it. Personally, I don't think the pump shotgun is the best choice, but once again, that's just my opinion. So I'm gonna have to go with a tie. All right, I've always had this as my number one. The PCC has always been my number one. All right, this thing is a beast, can do the job, all the attachments in the world, semi-automatic, 15 rounds, everything you would need, right? Bullpup shotgun.
Yep.
So this is what I think Adam should have picked, because he loves shotguns, because this is the ultimate shotgun, right? This is the things missed on the list. This has nothing missed on the list in terms of what you want from a shotgun. It's short, 18-inch barrel, mag fed, freaking rails galore.
Yeah.
Everything you could possibly
M-lock
ever
rails.
need. M-lock, Picatinny, everything. There's not a single thing I would change about that gun. But also, I think the ideal round is 40 caliber, around there. I think that's the ideal round for home defense. Loud enough, gonna do the job, not as much recoil. That thing does kick pretty damn good. This really doesn't. It's got a decent kick, but it's nothing where it's gonna throw you off your target. I'm kind of torn. I'm gonna say it's a tie. This has been my day one, and it will be my day one still. It sits in my case right next to my freaking bed every day in my room, ready to go. This is my choice, but this is also my second choice.
I agree.
If I reach and grab either or, it don't matter. I'm okay with
happy
that.
with both.
I'd be happy with both.
Yeah.
And that's not even decked out yet.
No. Yeah, this is stock. I mean, flip-up sights, completely stock.
Which, by the way, I love these flip-up sights.
Yeah,
I don't think
they
I
are
would change
fast.
them. I would keep them on there. Yeah, I would keep them. But just the fact that this isn't even decked out yet, and this is already tied for number one, it could be number one.
For a lot of things.
Right. It's very
Not even just
versatile.
home defense.
It's a great shotgun. It really is. And once again, I've loved PCCs forever now. And the fact that something's competing with that means it's pretty damn good. So yeah, those are our choices. I think we did pretty well. And I think we gave you guys a pretty good selection to choose from. Yeah. Now, like again, this is our opinion. I want you guys to leave your comment down below. Which one on this table would you choose as your home defense weapon? And if none of them are on this, leave a comment of what yours would be. So that about wraps up today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It really helps us out. We do all these videos without being paid because YouTube doesn't like pew-pews. So if you feel free to help us out by subscribing, help us grow, check us out, Widowmaker. We got an email below and a Facebook below. So that about wraps up today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, this is Nate and Adam. Peace.